Family, this is Ron Miles, your life and business coach, here to motivate, inspire, and push you to the next levels of life. Listen, family, I was just on the phone with some good people, and we had a great discussion. And it was funny because they kept asking me, well, how do you do this, or what do you do, and how do you go about doing it? And I tell them, I said, listen, I follow the rule of K.I.S.S. Not the group, not the song, but K.I.S.S. Keep it super simple. Don't overdo anything. As I like to tell people, less is more sometimes. The less you absolutely say about whatever product or company you have to offer, the more value you may give to it, or the more intrigued people will be about it. Now, once they show you their interest and you're able to secure a meeting, or get them out to a presentation, or get them on the phone, whatever it is, then you show the benefits. You keep it super simple. You just show them the benefits and the value that whatever you have to offer will benefit them. Too many times people want to go way around it and talk about how it works for them and what it does. That's not always necessary. I mean, in some instances it is, depending on what field you're in or what product or service you have to offer. But for the most part, just keep it super simple. Show them how it values them, not so much you. You want to always keep the focus on them. Show them what offers, because a lot of times people will say, well, how much does it cost? And you have to be cautious of answering that question. You have to give it out at the right time. Usually when somebody asks me, well, how much does it cost? What is it going to take? I usually tell them it won't take anything if you decide not to join or not to buy in. I usually say that. And a lot of people say, well, why? Because if I automatically come out in the first 2 minutes of the conversation and they say, well, how much does it cost? And I give them a price of whatever it is, they immediately start figuring in their minds why they can't afford that. Because now they're not even listening to what the benefit of it may be, or what the value, because now all they're thinking of is, I can't afford it because I got this bill, or I have to do this, or I have to do that, or most people's money is already accounted for. So your goal is to show them why what you have will give them value, or why would it be a benefit for them to join in or buy in, or whatever it is, or take your service on. So usually I answer that question. It won't cost you anything if you decide not to get in. So then they say, well, just how much is it? So then I'll say, well, listen, let me finish talking to you about it. Let me give you all the details, and then we will go over the price. Because if you give them the price too early, you'll kill the sale. Believe me, this is a part of closing. You have to start from the beginning with the closing. And usually the best way to start it off is asking a bunch of yes answer questions. You want to get yes answer questions right off the bat. Could you see yourself possibly getting paid to do blah, 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 blah? Yes. Would you like to have more free time with your family? Yes. Would you like to go on vacations and possibly get paid for it? Yes. You want to ask them, because why? Because they say if you can get a person to answer yes 6 times in a row, their brain now is chemically wired to get excited, and they want to say yes. They're more likely to say yes down the road. So then you start hitting on the benefits of whatever product, whatever service you have to offer. You just hammer it down. Hey, we offer this, that, and the other. We're able to do this, this, and this compared to this. And people want to see the comparisons of why yours may be better to the next. And that's perfectly fine. So have everything on deck. Have magazines on deck. Have testimonies on deck. Have proof with you. Don't just have your word of mouth, but you also want to have some type of material that your product or service really can show people. Or, study shows that more people who do blah, 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 blah is more susceptible to having this, that, and the other. So with that being said, family, just keep it super simple. Don't overdo it. Don't overtalk. Ask a lot of questions. Let them tell you why they need it. You ask the question, they answer yes to it, and you say, well, what about that makes you want to say yes? Or what about that really intrigues you? Or what's some of the reasons why you can't do Whatever, you know, if they say, would you like to spend more time with your family? And they say yes. Well, what is it now that keeps you from not being able to spend time with your family? You know, so you ask those questions. Let them do the explaining. That way you could say, okay, you know, I was there too. I was going through this too. You want to sympathize and relate to them. So, family, I wish you the best.